And the word is up. With the Dow Industrial is up, what, close to 300 points, okay, 230. The NASDAQ, we're waiting for that to come on stream here, and it's the S&P, that is up a very strong 25 points. That's another 1% up, 2,500. That is the level of the S&P. I believe we have Scott Martin with us this morning. Is that correct? Scott, you there?
We do.
Yes, we do. All right, good stuff. Now, do you see any signs of a bottom here? We've had two back-to-back gains, and we've opened with a 300-point gain for the Dow. What do you say? Have we hit the bottom?
We've hit a bottom, Stuart, which means that it's likely that the market is going to hold some of those lows from recent days. But we need to see some things firm up. You know, we talked about this on Monday, and we're starting to see those things. They're just not all the way there yet, which includes things like bank stocks, things like bank debt, things like muni bonds, things like mortgage bonds, things like junk bonds. All those things, Stuart, that were kind of behind the scenes, deteriorating in the last couple weeks, bringing equities down, they need to keep firming up. They're on their way, but they need to keep firming up if we're to hold those lows from recent days.
Oh, look at that. We're up 500 points. That's okay. That's the first 90 seconds of business. It's a volatile session. We know that. But we're up 500 points as of now. Big Tech, left-hand side of your screen. Microsoft is up a solid $4.60. Apple's up $4.90. It's reached $250 a share. Facebook's up just a couple of bucks at $158. And Amazon, $18.97 is your price. Just a tad shy of $1,900 an ounce. Share, I should say. All right, the airlines. Now, they're going to get a bailout. It's been passed by the Senate. It looks like the president's going to sign it, and the airlines are looking even better. They had a nice gain yesterday, nice couple of days, but this morning, we've got American Airlines at $16 a share, nowhere near where they were. United, 38, Delta, 33, JetBlue, 12, Southwest, 41. Can you show me Boeing? I'm very interested in Boeing. I do own a thin sliver of it. Bought it at 331. It went all the way down to, what was it? It went down to 90. It's bouncing again this morning because there is money in the rescue package for Boeing, the $17 billion carved out for national security. That probably means Boeing, and they're up 20 bucks, 178 on Boeing. Gary Kaltbaum, come back in again. Your commentary on the market action thus far this morning.
I think the market's already factored in that really bad number that came out. In a situation like Boeing, they had a $50 billion market cap when it was trading at $100, and when you get $17 billion, your stock's going to go up. And most importantly, you had Neil Kashkari on 60 Minutes this past weekend saying unlimited amounts of money, and Jay Powell today saying the same thing. I hate the fact that a bunch of this is going to be on their back. But it's what the reality is at this point. And Stuart, I have to mention something about employment on the positive side. We keep talking about how many people losing jobs. We're going to see a ton of people getting back their jobs in the months ahead. I expect a half V-shaped back recovery. In other words, you have the straight down, you're going to get halfway back up, then you're going to get a lot of reassessment by companies, and if the economy gets back in shape, I expect to go a good portion of it back. So I am really positive. It's just a matter of getting past the virus. The virus is the economy. If it goes more than 10, 12 weeks, all bets are off, but if that's all it's going to be, I think this is a gargantuan opportunity. Before this happened, things were pretty darn good.
Okay, Scott Martin, I'm looking for a bend in the curve. That is the virus curve, when the number of new cases plateaus and starts to come down. That, see if you agree with me, that would surely be one enormous buying signal, if we get there.
I agree, Stuart. I'm afraid to disagree with you, frankly. But I'll tell you why that's an important notion is because, as we've seen in previous market downturns, whether economic or extraneous like this, black swan type events in the marketplace, it's times when things are about peaking or just before peak that equities go ahead and front run that recovery you're talking about. So you're right. As you see maybe the steepening of the curve slowing down and then obviously the subsequent flattening after that, that's when I would start to really get constructive on equities because, to your point, the market will look forward to what's to come, which is typically good news out of the virus spread.